Maharashtra will not see a complete lockdown but district-wise stringent restrictions and containment zones, sources in the Maharashtra government said. Sources also added that a fresh set of standard of procedures on the curbs was likely to be made public by April 1st or April 2nd. Relief and Rehabilitation Secretary Asim Kumar Gupta said that consultations on the matter were going on. We are in the middle of a hectic discussion. We will let all know as soon as a decision is made, he said. State Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has asked him to prepare fresh SOPs on further restrictions to be implemented amid a rise in COVID-19 cases and the deaths. While Thackeray had directed the administrative machinery to prepare for a complete lockdown, there has been a severe pushback from both the MVA alliance partners, NCP and the Congress. According to them, a complete lockdown would result in economic harm. The major Hindu pilgrimage festival Kumbh Mela, which attracts lakhs of people to sacred riverbank sites in Haridwar and Allahabad, is set to begin on Thursday, with the concerned administrations gearing up to ensure all COVID preventive measures are put up in the place. Coronavirus testing kiosk and restrictions on entering Uttarakhand have also been implemented. The Uttarakhand High Court has ordered the state government to conduct 50,000 COVID-19 tests daily in the Kumbh Fest area in the wake of COVID-19. The court has also directed for the deployment of mobile medical facilities and qualified medical teams at parking and ghat areas. The High Court has also directed the state government to strictly comply with the COVID-19 standard of procedures issued by the centre and has sought a report on the same by April 13th. Meanwhile, ANI has reported that coronavirus testing kiosks have been set up at the borders of Uttarakhand ahead of the Mela. The Reserve Bank of India on Wednesday extended the deadline on additional authentication on card payments for recurring transactions, including recharge and utility bill, till September 30th. The move comes as banks and payment gateways are seeking additional time to comply with the RBI directive on automatic recurring payment. The central bank had earlier made additional factor of authentication mandatory after March 31. On December 4, it had directed all the banks, including RRBs, NBFCs and payment gateways, that the processing of recurring transactions, domestic or cross-border, using cards or prepaid payment instruments or unified payment interface under arrangements practices not compliant with AFA would not be continued beyond March 31, 2021. As part of risk mitigation measure, RBI announced this step to bolster safety and security of card transactions. The World Bank has raised the country's growth forecast to 10.1% for the next financial year 2021-2022 compared to the earlier estimate of 5.4%. The country's real gross domestic product growth could range between 7.5% to 12.5%. The World Bank stated in its recent report, South Asia Economic Focus, that the Indian economy had been slowing prior to the COVID-19 pandemic and that the spread of the coronavirus infection leading to lockdown measures severely disrupted the supply and demand conditions. The monetary policy was deployed aggressively and the fiscal resources have been channeled to public health and social protection, but additional counter-cyclical measures will be needed within a revised medium-term fiscal framework, according to the World Bank. Despite the measures to shield the vulnerable households and firms, the trajectory of poverty reduction has slowed, if not reversed. Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa has been accused of interference, serious lapses and authoritarian ways by one of his own ministers, K.S. Ishwarappa, who has reported his boss to the governor and the BJP leadership. Ishwarappa, Karnataka's Rural Development Minister, has written to Governor Vajubhai Vala accusing the Chief Minister of direct interference in his ministry in violation of the Karnataka Transaction of Businesses Rule 1977 on the division of power in the cabinet. The letter has been copied to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Minister Amit Shah and BJP Chief JP Nadda. The minister has accused Yediyurappa of bypassing him to make allocation worth 774 crore rupees from his department. Giving instances, he says that the Chief Minister ordered 65 crore rupees from his ministry's budget for one district in Bangalore, neglecting 29 others. Hello everyone. HW News English is 2 years old now. When we started this venture, we promised ourselves one thing, that news should remain free, because right to know is the right of every Indian. But to keep news free for everyone, we need support from some of you. And thus we have rolled out membership on our YouTube channel HW News English. But mind you, the membership is completely voluntary. The programs that we were doing earlier, that we are doing now, will continue to remain free. First level is a basic level. Here you can be our supporter by paying rupees 199 per month. This membership gives you certain perks and benefits. The perks include unique badges in front of your name, a live show from Mr. Sujit Nair and from Mr. Akhilesh Bhargava per month for our members. You can also vote in some exclusive members-only polls. Now the second level is Super Supporter. Here you can be our Super Supporter by paying rupees 3,999 per month. This membership will include every perk that comes with basic level. Additionally, our Super Supporters can be a part of a WhatsApp group where we can have discussions and suggestions on various topics. The second perk includes a gift pack with our merchandise. And the third perk is a Google Meet with Mr. Sujit Nair, where you can join the meet and ask your questions to Mr. Nair face to face. Lastly, if you like, we would give a shout out to our super supporters in our programs. So, hope to see you soon with our badges.